All right, so another really huge mistake. If you're looking to flip properties, yes, you got to get a smoking deal. You got to buy it way below market value. You got to take into account all the repairs and holding costs, the amount of time and work. You got to account for all that. If you're buying a property you're going to hold for the long term, I would much rather buy a great property at market value than to go get a really smoking deal on a piece of crap, on some dump. So the money that you make, when think of in the future, everything we do in real estate should be for the long term. So if you're going to hold a property for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, however long it takes to get it to the point where it makes sense to sell it, I would rather have the right property in the right neighborhood with, where you're going to get the best kind of tenant. Think of 10 years down the road. Imagine you bought a property for $100,000 and 10 years from now it's worth $400,000. And this stuff can happen, by the way. I know it sounds, maybe to you, if you haven't done a lot of real estate investing, it sounds like a fairy tale. And it doesn't always happen. I'm not gonna say every property does that, but I've had many a property that literally went 3-4 times its initial value in 10 years. That can happen. So when you think about, hey, I'm gonna make $300,000 in 10 years, did it really matter that you could have got another property that wasn't as good for $5,000 less? Quit trying to chase nickels and dimes. Go for the big kill by getting the right properties. That's gonna give you a much better result. It's gonna give you a stress-free real estate investing career. And don't be afraid. I've paid market value for numerous of the properties in my portfolio because they did have the right location, because they were in the right neighborhood to get the right tenants. They were in the right neighborhood where that appreciation was going to be. So a lot of times I see people trying to, we have in our head that, hey, if we don't steal a home, we're not going to do well in real estate. You don't have to steal a home. You have to steal homes when you're flipping, but that's not what I recommend. Buy and hold properties, build a portfolio, create passive income, make money while you sleep, and get the right properties. And don't be afraid to pay what you need to get those proper properties into your portfolio, because it's going to make all the difference for you. So it's really one of the big fundamental differences between what they show you on TV and what a lot of these real estate courses teach you. A lot of my success has come from properties that I handpicked because they're in the right neighborhood. They were the right home, right location, just the right mix to get that appreciation in the long term. So always think about, what is this home going to do for me in the long run? And if I can't get it for $5,000 less, does it really matter if your return on investment while you're holding it, your cash on cash returns are 8% as opposed to 10%? The big kill comes in the long run when this home goes up in value. And the homes in the right spot will go up a lot more in value than the homes in the wrong spot. And that all comes from the buying the right, picking the right properties. So you want to get the winners. You want to get those diamonds in your portfolio. You don't want to be saying, oh, well, I can get this one at a discount, so I'm going to put this, really crappy property that's going to create stress for you in the long run. So always keep that in mind. You're going to have a much better career, much happier life, and that's the most important thing, is be happy, create joy in your life, and love what you do every single day.